into that after this. You see, this kind of sugar, because sugar come from different kind of form, those kind of things. Just be understand when you see something in it, oh, that sugar or not sugar, or some candy or some cake, those kind of things. Just have to understand them that a little bit. The sugar choice from diabetic cooking, that was really, really important, okay? Now we're going to go to nutrition facts that go a little bit deeper, how to read the label, okay? What the thing are before you make decision you're going to use for your cooking, okay? Okay, nutrition facts. So these are the product that I showed it. I mean, experimented. I bought it online, experimented, all the thing. I'm not belong to them. I don't advertise it for them. I don't get paid for them. All those things. This is my my experiment in order for me to shoot the products that can use it for my Thai diabetic cooking. Okay, of course I have palm sugar. This is what I have. So and then I tried it, the Florida crystal, and I really like that. Oh, that the sugar cane. Okay, I think, and they say okay, the crystal, right? They do all the things. They say that put in and they say is what how much calorie, how much 2 tablespoons that is going to come out, those kind of things. That what is my measurement that I stick with that. And then if they go or serving size more than that, so I can just do the calculation, divide it is based on the gram, 2 tablespoons, or those kind of thing. So then I will have the data similar close to, okay, and then I can make that decision. And this is stevia that they make it from stevia. So this is the one I use a lot to do cooking, okay. And then I do the monk fruit. The monk fruit is when I want to make the drink because they did one, the monk fruit, sweeter than that one, way sweeter, okay. Because it's the process, the food, the thing that they made, okay. And this one, from time to time, I use it is to make my dessert. So, but the sweet, they will say all these calories zero. So, but some this is the little thing that have some calories. So, you have to understand all the yet or no. But I'll already do the research for you, experiment for you that the 3 things that I use. One is palm sugar, sweet complete of the previous, monk fruit, okay, and I use from time to time this stevia sweetener to try to do the coffee, but not too often. Sometimes the friend come and say, "Oh, you have sweetener." I give that to them. So, and then this is the one I do a lot of. Before I try it, they say, "Oh, for sweetening, for for the coffee," but I didn't like it at all because it's still sharp sweet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I use for diabetic cooking. But it depends on what thing that I use, what dish that I use, what kind of sweetener that I need. Because if when you cook uh, like a sour soup, sour vegetable soup, it some. You cannot use any of these because when you put it in there, they have aftertaste. If you put the palm sugar, you don't have aftertaste, okay? And you still can balance the taste easily. And you have to minimize the amount of use. That all it is a technique that I want to give it to your guy, whoever have to take care of yourself, take care of somebody that has diabetes and want to try it out. This is the one you need to know. Nobody else doing it yet. I did the research for you, okay? My blackout engineer are capable. All right. I hope you liked it. These are the choice for the sugar for diabetic cooking, for Thai diabetic cooking. Okay. is I would concern about the taste, flavor, the portions, and the purpose of what kind of thing you want to come out of your dish. Okay, the monk food, of course, I hold it one pretty tight, and this one I use it every day. I bought it every time when I buy it. I buy it online, and then I buy the 6 bag at a time. Okay, the palm sugar I bought it by case because I used to own a restaurant. I still have them and I use them. Okay, because when I have a restaurant, we buy by case to do that. That's what it is. So in the honey, pretty much raw honey, straight because I bought it from Thailand, from the forest. So they don't have a lot of contamination. It's unlike the bee that they raise. It's different. Okay, it have the bittersweet of the honey. That's what I use. I use it for making a drink. So like sometimes if I got sore throat and cold or kind of thing, so I will put 2 tablespoons of honey and a little bit of 1/4 of teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and then the lime juice is about 4 tablespoons of that. Squeeze it. You got 4 tablespoons, and then you put in microwave for 30 seconds, and then you warm it up and everything and mix it up. And then you can taste it. It's too sweet or not too sweet. If it's too sweet, then you can add more lime juice. So if you get a little bit sweet, and then that just suited your palate, and then when you swallow it, go to your tongue, you can taste the bitterness of the honey, and then you already got the sour from the lime, and then you got salty when you swallow it. You got a little bit salt in there. So everything in there will soothe, clean it up your sore throat. It will help cure your sore throat. So it take probably 30 minutes, and everything is back to normal. This is medicine that we'll talk about. The Thai people use that for medicine if you have something like that. And if you want to be the adventure, you have too much salt or all these food, not good, that good. They instead of use lime, they use alcohol, like brandy, that kind of thing. And then you have to add the water in there and stir a little bit, and then you swallow the whole thing at once. So it doing the same job because of the honey. Okay. Now you still back into sugar. So now we're talking about a little bit deeper. When you read the nutrition facts. So like this, the monk fruit, the stevia, we compete palm sugar and honey. Okay, this is the 4 things we're going to focus on. The heart association is adult 100 calories, 6 teaspoon, look at the thing. If you are male, 9 teaspoon, look at male, female. So look at the thing. They try to divide that because male and female, the body is different. But again, if you try to fight with them now, you know who the winner. Either you run away or keep quiet, and it's not the same calories that you use. Okay. Just be careful. All right, now we can talk about the 2 tablespoons. This is what usually is the standard 2 tablespoons. Okay, if you come with like this, they were not talking about 2 tablespoons. You have to convert it. 1 tablespoon is 14 grams, and if you have to divide by 3, and then you make it 2 tablespoons by 9.4 grams. So that's how you do that. To make sure everything is 2 tablespoons, then you can compare the note. Otherwise, you cannot compare it. Because the manufacturing, it doesn't ask you to do 2 tablespoons. If your container is larger, they will go by whatever they do. But it would be the best if everybody do the same thing because the FDA doesn't pay attention to that. They will pay attention to calorie, to all those kind of things. But in this session, you will see the new label of FDA that just implemented. Okay, but now you see I was talking about the amount. Okay, and they will talk about total carbohydrate. So this one they say the total carbohydrate is 0, but that one have 3%. That one have 6%. Okay, the palm sugar, and the honey have 6%. So they have to put it in there. So do you know? Oh, that means it viscosity is going to be hard. I mean stickier, those kind of thing. So if engineering wise we talk about viscosity, something that thickness when you measure it. So that's the term. So this kind of thing, I don't know how they do it. They measure it. So it different. And now they will say the total carbohydrate, right? That is going to turn to sugar. You have to count the sugar add and carbohydrate add. That the total sugar of you. Now they give you a percent. What do? Okay, you take this 19 gram sugar, 19 gram, 36 gram of sugar. Okay, about 24 gram of sugar per 2 tablespoons of serving. So that the calculation you have to do if you find it. But if you use this brand, you use this weight, you can take that data. Okay, you can that for 3 tablespoons, how much sugar we have? 36 gram. Okay, it's the same thing at honey. So, but you have to because you have to read the label because some honey this is the bee that they raised. Okay, raisin bee. This is from Costco. So this is what they label. 1 tablespoon is 21 gram. They already did for you. Okay, and then that the serving size, the 21 gram, not that they do that. So you got total carb is 17 gram, total sugar is 17 gram. What do you think? You think you're going to only 17 gram? No, you have to add it 34 gram. So, and the true gram for that, you come down to 22.7 gram per 2 tablespoons. So that 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons. When you try to compare that, you have to convert it. So then you will know how much sugar you need to use. Okay, because if this is 36 gram, you use less, or you dilute. You especially when you cook with the soup, it's better off because they dilute it up. Okay, and this is a stir fry. You got only 15 gram. And this is you made the drink, you have a lot more water to put into the system, so then they're lower than 16 gram. I mean, the more water you add, the strength of sugar going down. Are you with me? Okay. You having fun yet? So I hope not. Or you'll be delighted. Let me know. Now we're going to go into sugarcane nutrition facts. So sometimes, you read it, you never understand what the hell they're talking about. Most of the time you say, what? Why this one is this way? Why that one is that way? Like, take example to calorie. The calorie 30, for this raw sugarcane. Okay, now organic, so it's still 30 calories. And now when you go to the next one, they say organic light brown, so it's still calorie 30. But when you go to where the organic powder, okay, now suddenly the serving size is 30 gram because it's light, it's fluffy, but I don't know why it doesn't make the same thing 2 tablespoons per gram, but suddenly you a quarter of the cup per 30 gram. So FDA doesn't care. I think that what the consumer get confused. That's what it is. Okay. And heart associations they tell you can eat only 6 tablespoons, for female, 9 tablespoons for male for a day, for the meal or whatever that you see for a day. So let's look into the detail a little bit. Let's look at this side first. So this is we're going to look at the carbohydrate and the sugar. Okay. You see the sugar here, it had total sugar. But here they say total sugar, right? Include 8 grams sugar added. So what does that mean to you? Get confused now. This one the same thing, total sugar, and then you include 29 grams of sugar. Okay, this is kind of confusion. They should say sugar add, right? This is just sugar. It is I think they mean it natural sugar, right? And that come from the product. And then this one, when they go down, they say sugar 8 grams. That include 8 grams of adding sugar. You mean after you come to this step, the 8 grams of sugar that you add in there disappear, and whatever you add it back, that becomes the sugar. What are you adding? Molasses. See, when you lead it, the ingredient, organic, the raw, it is the same sugar, the same raw sugar, and now organic molasses. So you see the process that they show you, the sugarcane process previously. Okay, now they have molasses, they put the molasses back into the system. Now suddenly they have to add sugar, right? 16 and then add it up. They add sugar 8 grams. Where the another 8 grams go, there's the total sugar. Okay, this is the total sugar. 8 grams should be that you're assuming natural, and then you add the sugar. But you get 16%. But this is you have pure sugar 16%. They are the same. That's what when you don't try to get confused with it. But this is the confusion that when you have to do a lot of calculation. So then that is going to you have to make it to where the 8 grams total, those kind of things. So the calorie, half of the cup, and that 2 cup and 8 grams, half of the cup is 30 grams, then you have to do some calculation, okay? But this is what I want you to know, that when they add the material in there, add more thing in there, everything here is changed, but they try to keep the percentage the same, okay? But this one you do calculation should come out the same. But I want you to understand the molasses and cornstarch, what it does to your body, okay? That's what you should learn from that, okay? Like this one, when I get to kind of emphasis a little bit, you go organic. When you say organic, but your process is have the phosphoric acid in your system, because you have to burn it, so it sticks it in there, and you cannot peel it. You have to press it, and then that thing is going to come into the system. Okay, even though they got carbohydrate sugar, we return to sugar, that 8 grams, and then you get sugar at 8 grams. That's 16 grams of serving. Okay, and now if you're talking about the organic light brown, you have sugar plus molasses, and you still have 16 grams, but you have extra, 3 things extra. You have molasses, 2 things extra. You have molasses and you have the sulfuric acid, including the phosphoric acid, sulfuric dioxide, not sulfuric acid. Now you have sulfuric dioxide, okay, and now you have molasses. Molasses have the phosphoric acid that they hit in there, and then it's still 16 grams. Okay, now when you come to this, they change from the molasses to cornstarch, and now they add the calcium hydroxide into the system, because in order to make it white. So what do? Okay, because this thing then actually they not breach the system, but they make it harden. You know that what when they do the process make the car units. So to make it hard, they have to put something in there in order to make uh, make the thing hardening, because this is a toxic gas that they use for cleaning, okay, and for the cleaning agent and for the make it harden, uh, for the cleaning agent. So now you see the sugar cow, right? The organic. What do you mean organic? It's organic. That means you total sugar that you think. So 8 gram, right? The carbohydrate is going to become sugar. 8 gram, that's 16 grams of sugar per serving. Okay, and you already have the even though raw sugar, you have phosphoric acid. Okay, the weak acid then come to the raw material of sugar. All right, that what you got these to go with your system. You're going to eat that if you use it, right? Now you talk about organic light brown. Now, in order to make it brown, so when you remember when the sugar, raw sugar, is dark light brown, so then they're going to use the toxic gas for cleaning agent, that is sulfur dioxide, SO2. Okay, because you're using molasses, right? Molasses is the first crop that you take it out, you got phosphoric acid because from the burning when they harvest it. Okay. Now you got two things. You got molasses, you got sulfur dioxide, and still 60 grams per serving. So think about it. Okay. Now when you go to the big one here, that what I have to do a lot of calculations, you can make sure okay that you come down to 2 tablespoons. It's supposed to be how much? 9.89 gram. Okay, but this is 8 grams, so it's a little bit different, and you can cut it lower so to be, you know, the carbo, the sugar to be 2 tablespoons at 5 grams of serving. So, and then now the sugar it turned to be, 5 grams, and cornstarch is 4.8 grams, and the total is 9.8 of the sugar. Okay, per serving 9.8. Okay, before it's 16, now 9.8, because the manufacturing different. Okay, and this is light. This is seem to be good, but if you think about it, okay, you got cornstarch, you got more into the system because they have to, polish it, and now they have to dry it. So when they dry it, it's the calcium hydroxide. Okay, that what the bleaching power coming in. So now you got cornstarch, you got ditch, you got calcium hydroxide, you more likely got the sulfur dioxide, you more likely got phosphoric acid. So this is a process that they use, and you think they can get rid of all this before they sell to you. They will have some percent out that what is sticking there. If your body is what you call fit, so you'll be okay. But if you have diabetes, that's what is your problem with sugar. So you have to watch out. Be careful with that. Okay. Ready for the next slide? Here you come. So now this is the one, the FDA new label. Okay, that what is all about. Let's understand a little bit, so then when you buy some product for your diabetic cooking, so you understand more. Okay, this is what the thing that they add into your serving size per container, the calorie, that the requirement they do total fat. Now they add fat into the system, like a trans fat, saturated fat. So they have to report it. Now you can detect it, whatever it is. And then the include sugar add. That's what I just explained it to. Sometimes it's so confused. So what the sugar add, then you have to read in the ingredient what kind of sugar that they add into the system. And do you still have the raw sugar in there, the cream sugar? No, sometimes they have 2-3 different kinds of sugar. That's what they say, add sugar in there, it becomes 10 grams of those. So sometimes you don't know. So to be cautious about it, be suspicious about it. For me, I was suspicious. What the you talking about? So then I have to dig into it. And then that what I think you learn from this section pretty well. I think I clearly explained it, okay? And then now you have to add the vitamin, you have to add calcium, you have to add iron, you have to add potassium. So because that what is in your nutrients, your chemical not imbalance. That what they did want to see is how much they going to help you when you eat this kind of thing. You need iron, you need those kind of thing. So as I mentioned, it's a lot of things that the salt that you use in diabetic cooking, you change the pink Himalayan salt that you're going to get that solving your problem there. Okay? This is a new thing, and now we're going to go deeper to see the example that I give it to you, the study that I give. Now you're going to see the whole schedule that I will give it to you, okay? Because of this problem, so we have to go deeper because this is a new rule, okay? Understand them, then you'll be okay. Here the FDA food labeling. So that's what we need to understand them thoroughly because FDA the one that get rule and regulation, because USDA the one who implemented. Okay, that understand that one first. That like the same thing in FIS because they go to the meat, to the food, to the produce, all those kind of thing. And on top of that, so you have a lot of things that's coming in, company standard, those kind of things. It's just a lot of things going on, but all you have to know that FDA and USDA that they control all of it. Okay, and then we say that USDA organic food. This is all label that the manufacturing had to do. That is that they sell products. They sell products, sell that increase the advertising and sell product. It's if you have the USDA, okay, they already check it and it's organic product, so it's more likely they sell a little more. Okay, if they say only organic food, if you don't see USDA, then you stick skeptical, even though they're so good, because in order to do the organic farming, this is tough. So all the process that it gives just to get to you to know, USDA process will, they use that, but they don't have to prove it, those kind of things, all those things. This is like a USDA approved organic, those kind of things. Some they do, some they don't, but I don't know if when people creating, now you have AI, watch out for that. AI can create for everything for you, and now you don't know what you stupid, you dumb, or you don't understand it because you don't have the knowledge. Okay, the AI is going to cause problem for you. Just try learn how to recognize the AI because now they get really good at it. But the more you do the AI, the more stupid you will be. That's what the way I see. Okay, I don't do AI. I see when I realize that AI something that like Grand Canyon have different waterfall, blah blah blah. Have different sky, have different that. I just go pass away, and then usually I block them. So then hopefully I don't see them again in YouTube or any of those. If I go to Facebook, I block them too. Whoever posted, So this way, I want to know the knowledge, the real knowledge. A lot of people give it to you, then you understand it. So you don't crazy about AI, make you confused, make you look stupid. So that's all the way I see it. I'm totally against them. So I don't like them. I don't I don't value them at all. You see, like I I think I find a way to deal with the AI. So when you try to do video, 2, 3 things, you speak 3 languages like I do. Some word I use in Spanish, some word I use in Thai, some word I use in English. And then when I try to do something, I will use make Thai, English, Spanish in one word. And sometimes it's the meaning of something, some culture, you use that. So the AI will not be able to, I don't think they'll be able to take the information and change it because they have to use the 3 languages in order to do that. And then you speak with accent. Most likely they don't do accent pretty well because the accent is everywhere in the world. You speak English but with the accent, mostly the AI will not be able to mimic because the word that they use, the accent that they use. Here we go, the AI people, come. I didn't trust you, but I tell you the truth. That's how I feel. That's what I know. Okay. Now we go back to the food labeling. The food labeling. This is a new one that they add into the system. Okay. The 3 type of product there. This is one. There was about 11%, the large portion. The colors like at A, the sugar added B. That what when you do that, when I start going into the process, this is why I give you like a footprint, okay, the ingredient, those kind of things, the food color add, this section, that section, that section is going to be, see like nutrition, total fat, sodium, still there, sugar, protein, now they add into the system. This is a calorie going to be added, cholesterol, we add into there, and then the mineral. So that's the new label fact that they add into the system. That now you understand FDA, USDA, who doing what, okay? If you want to complain, you have to go to a right department. If they don't like you, they just ignore you. That's all it is. This is a new label. I'm going to stick on the sugar content, okay? That what it all about. You talk about total fat, you got calorie, you got total fat, and then total carbohydrate, including add sugar, and don't forget to read the ingredients, those kind of thing. Because this is they put this in that percent, blah 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 blah, too many percent, blah blah. This is, I think, in my opinion, should be ingredient instead of this. What ingredient is they put it in there instead of separate it out. Okay, and this is what you call the protein. That one, I think that sugar, this is protein. Okay, they have to report it, and they have to report the mineral, what is in there, potassium, iron, calcium, whatever they put in there, they have to put in there. Now we're going to look into the sugar a little bit. You have to do the conversion. Like carbohydrate, 13%, that's 37 grams. Dietary fiber, is 4 grams, that's 14%. You have to deduct this. That's the most important because fiber you cannot digest it, you cannot convert to sugar, okay? And then now they talk about sugar, 12%. We assume that, okay, 12%, 12 grams? Oh, no, because they include 10%, that is a real sugar, about 2%, okay? that is about 2%. That add it sugar at 10%, that 10%, 12% of sugar. Okay, and this one the same thing is 37 minus 4 gram of fiber, you got 33 gram. That you got total 45 gram per serving size. Okay, now you have to cut it down. The 2.5 cup equal 32 tablespoon. That's what they label. You know, the serving size that I didn't see it in here, so it's cut off. So anyway, those kind of things that you have to pay attention. So that what it is when you try to count your sugar, because you got the carbohydrate, subtract fiber. Okay, sugar, total sugar, subtract the included sugar. Okay, whatever you do, this is and the potassium, calcium, that they have to report it that it come from manufacturing. Okay, are you with me? That counting sugar. Now we talk about sugar again, but this is come from fat. Before I didn't know what is hell, what you talking about come from fat, and then I dig into it. Oh my God, that what it all about. You know, you have carbohydrate, you have protein, and you have fatty food, and fatty food is tend to be sugar. Okay, it turn out to be sugar. Okay, if you have a small amount, it will change to sugar. You got we have to tell fat, how much fat, saturated fat, trans fat, those kind of things, cholesterol, and you have to be accumulating all that, whatever you eat in there, and really how much total sugar you have, how much thing is going to convert to sugar. That will affect your diabetes. Your blood sugar can spike with it. Even a small amount, it's accumulations in your system. Okay, total carbohydrate, fiber subtracted. You have to, you know, if it give you high blood pressure because it convert to sugar. Okay, and now you got protein. Protein is half of it change to sugar. Okay, that what within 3 or 4 hours after eating. Is that scary? So whatever you eat, to be careful. Like I see people do different kind of diet, carnivore, do all the kind of thing, but I don't go into that. So just for you to be aware of it, carbohydrate, protein, and fatty food is going to change into sugar some way somehow and go into your system. Okay, does that make sense to you? See, now you learn how you know how to read the nutrition fact. You know a lot of sugar now. Now let's see something that they call hidden sugar on the label. So this is very important for diabetic people, diabetes people who have diabetes. So you have to know this. Okay, when you have to learn how to read this is the ingredient, what ingredient contain, like benzoate, aspartame, aspartame, apantame, I think that one how they pronounce it, food starch, Easter gum. I could give only 4 example of that, and it's I think phenylalanine. I think it's phenylalanine, something like that. That's what it is. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. It's a little bit too difficult for me to read that. So when you dig into that, what it apparently mean? It looks like white order. It's odorless. You can't smell it. Okay, and it's white. Okay, and crystalline powder. This is about 200 times sweeter than sugar. And they say sugar free, and I say hidden sugar. So put that in your head. They said it, okay, but this is sugar. That's 200 times sweeter than sugar. Okay, and then they say, oh, no sugar, sugar free. Like you see that? sugar is zero. Total sugar is zero. But this is the hidden sugar, 200 times. So what do you talk? What do you think about hidden sugar? That's what you have to learn how to lead it seriously, because that what going to have the sugar spike. They say, oh, it's calorie, no sugar, it's zero. But what else is not sugar? Apartment, so those kind of things, food starch, all those things is converted to sugar. Okay, Instagram food additive that they make it, so it make it to from the natural product, but it's the glycerol. It's sugar, it turns to sugar. Now this is an phenylalanine. It turned to be sugar. That's what you have to understand all of this. Because you look at the label, oh, it's sugar free, sugar is zero, sugar is zero, it's sugar free. And now your job is to look at your ingredient, what they put it in there. What kind of thing did they put in there? Because you say, hey, it's sugar free, but it's so sweet. What's happening? So you just trust yourself, touch your tongue, because when you go to cooking class, I will open your palate how to taste the food. Okay? That is going to make you understanding how the thing work. You lie to me or you not lie to me, you try to sell to your product and you harm me. So those kind of things. So you can make your own decision on that. So this is the thing that you need to know. I think it's useful. Okay. So I'm going to keep a little label of the Coca-Cola. That's what you have it in there. I already talk all the hidden sugar. That's what I'm after. Okay. Now this is what they get away with it. Why Coca-Cola is so sweet. Okay. And they say sugar is 0 gram. Okay. They follow everything there. But now when you read, this is how do they made it. And now you see the acid, number this, number that. And then you see the sweet, sweetener, number 951 or 950 flavor, caffeine. Then you get so confused, what is that? Then you have to dig into it. So when I did, I forget this, where I put my note. So I do believe it's make from something else. It's sweetener that they make it, artificial sweetener that they put in there, but I don't know what kind. I don't remember now. But it's number 951 and 950 flavor. Take a look at it. Yeah, you will understand, and then what it does to your body. You have to understand before you take the Coke. You have to sip of the Coke. Just look at the sweet, those kind of thing. They say flavoring, but flavoring is sweet. And what happened? So just watch out for all this. Now you have to learn how to read it. Very, very important for you if you have diabetes. You go, oh, I want to drink this and they look good. Can I have a sip? Those kind of thing. It's one sip and can spike your blood sugar. Watch out for that. Okay. Now I'm going to continue a little bit of the hidden add sugar in your food. It's usually where it comes from, where do you find it, what kind of food. So in the sugar itself, or this is my dog loves sweet, so they will eat all kinds of sweet you give them. They don't care, they love sweet. But you have to be careful and you can kill them. So this commonly found in the sugar add, artificial sugar add. It in sauces because it's very easy to processed food, beverage that you see all the Coca-Cola, all these beverage drink, condiment that when they already make, oh, you did this salt is really good, that salt is really good, then you talk, how come you have a little bit of sweet in there? And all those things is not the real sugar, because the sugar is take up space, cost too much, and cannot leave it too long on the shelf life. So if they do the artificial sweetener, so they will stay in the shelf life for long time. They don't get spoiled. Okay, canned food, same thing. They put in there to preserve it, and then the preserved food they use it in there to make it out like a monosodium glutamate. That what they use is for to do preserve food. Otherwise, it gets spoiled or get more. So packaging food doing the same thing. Salad dressing is a lot of this hidden. You know, because I make my own salad dressing. I use the French style 3-2-1. You know, the one portion of the balsamic vinegar or any kind of vinegar you want to try, and then 3 portions of oil. So those kind of things. So I barely using the salad from dressing salad, take it out from the bottle because I don't know what they put in there, how many heating sugar in there, what are the ingredients they put in there. It's so exotic, and you don't know what you're eating. So most of the time I stay away with it. Okay, preservative, absolutely they have to be in there. Otherwise, they have mayonnaise, they have all these kind of goody, especially the herbs that they put it in there because the herb can make the food spoil real fast because they still have the enzyme is still alive. We tend to get mold real quick. They have to put the preservative in there to prevent that happening. And then they sell it to you, and then you eat it. You're so happy. It's so good. And if you have diabetes, you scratch your head and say, let me read the label first before you make that decision to put it in your mouth. Okay, it's just for your own good. So the practical label is that what I was talking about. You know, you have to learn how to read them. You know, sometimes they label differently. They do this, do that, do those kind of things. So when they say low carb, what it mean? Yeah, the whole wheat, tortilla, all those kind of things. That you have to look about the calorie. You know, you have to look at the fiber. You have to look at the sugar. You look at the net calorie. All these things. So and then the date. This is the label. This is the shelving label. That means when it's going to expire. Those kind of things. So the FDA put it that in there because the longer you leave it on the shelf, the more chance the food will get spoiled. So they have to put the date in there. If you come plastic like this is really you have to put it on the date. If you have the vacuum seal, you know, you suck it out all the air, you have no air, no moisture in the system. So you probably get the expiry date a little bit longer, 6 months longer or something like that. Or if, for me, I don't mind. This is my thing. I don't mind. It expire 3 months, 2 months, whatever. Because this is in the shelf life. This is when you sell them. This is manufacturing. So when expiring date, that what the government make them to do. This is when the shelving, that what the date, and after that date, everything have to be removed. So, but more likely they will give it to people, or people can get a hand of it, or they take it and make the dog food or something. Okay, but they cannot put it on the shelf in supermarket. That all about. So if you bought it, already buy at home, you don't use it, and if suppose you buy the can of curry, okay, and it's expiring date, but you don't see any damage, no dents, no swollen, those kind of things. They still look pretty good because of that manufacturing lab. I mean the shelving date, so they have to put it in there. So, but you still can use them. I use them. So 3 months, 4 months. Sometimes it depends what kind of ingredient inside. So if you have the fish with vinegar, they probably the shelf life less. If you have a fish with oil, that is a lot longer because it is a preservative time. But depend on you make your own decision. But the FDA with they tell you take it out and you cannot sell it. You can do it away, but mostly, the young people, we love them. So give it to me. I don't throw it away. I come in and use it. I know how to use them. Okay, that's your problem. No, just take it. And free, I don't charge you because I need to use it to get rid of it because I run the restaurant. So usually in my restaurant, we never go that old because if you buy this week, 2 more weeks, you have to buy it again, that kind of thing, because the rotation that we have, it's a lot. So you don't see the expire date, those kind of thing. The expire date is simply, for me, it's just for the people who bought it and put it in the pantries, those kind of thing. So I see a lot of young people who say, "Oh, I cannot. This is expired." Yeah, I use them. You see, I have no problem with that. So like the curly paste, they already pre-fine and they packet manufacturing it. So when they go camping, because you have to cook them again. So it's something that you don't cook, that what you're thinking about it. Okay, the shell expire, so you still be able to eat it. For me, I can eat it because it's not open, it's not damaged, it's no air contaminated. You should be okay. And then when you're going to cook it again, so that it's going to help you somehow save. For me, save money. For me, it's legitimate. For me, I can eat it. It's for you. You make your own decision. I can tell you what to do. But this is what I'm going to tell you about the shelf life when you buy it in the store, because they're different. There is rule and regulation. They cannot sell anything that expires. That's what they set it up. Sometimes, the ingredient, the FDA, the one who created, they don't know how the thing really work, because when they try to packaging my sauce, so I have to send it to UC David to approve it, and then they look into the ingredient, like palm sugar, like tamarind, and all the. They don't have data, so they have to find out what kind of data coming in, and then they say, "Oh, we cannot really tell you what it is." And then I tell you, "You don't have the data. What do I do? I try to package it. Everybody do packaging." And then they come up with the data. Say, "Okay, you pass. You can sell it. You can package it, sell." The problem is, who's going to do it for me? And I don't have the fund to doing it. But I passed all the thing that I want to do. The one thing that failed, because when you try to do your packaging, this is another thing that I want to give to you. So you have to study which one is the allergy that people can have. You get that 8 allergy that when you go to cooking session, you're going to learn that. So that's what you avoid. You don't want to do manufacturing of doing packing. If you can do for yourself, you have to learn how to avoid, like garlic with oil is not completely sealed, and you got problem when the air come into the system, everything change. Moisture come into the system, everything change. So that what in cooking class that I'm going to give to you, that presentation on that section, you're going to learn all those, because it's the safety control for me. When I don't want people to get sick. I want you to understand. You don't want to get sick because you don't understand. So when you have that, you should be. This is a lifetime education. If something change new thing, it's minor. It's not the big change that you cannot use it. This is the real education that you're going to get, and that's what I'm going to give for people before I quit doing it. So, but this is probably the section is the biggest section I ever done to do the presentation on the slide. So anyway, it should be fun. All right. This is what you learn. You need protein. This is the ingredient side and what you need to learn. Okay. and now you have the fat coming into system, and then the label to you have non-GMO. Some people put it all in there. Some of them are not required, so but they put it in there because they want to sell the product. Okay, and then they have to advertise a little bit where the product come from, who invented it, and of course they have a price. So you have to look at the price. Oh, this much, 10 of them, it costs $6. You divide it. Even you poor, you have to do all these calculations. How much one tortilla? How much going to cost me? How many bites going to cost? And you don't go that far. So just to be aware of it, this is what you need to have it now in modern day, because you have to learn how to use it, and especially where it comes from. It is in the good part of who made it. Okay. All right. I hope you like all the lecture. This is, and nobody have it. I did it. This is the first time they put it into YouTube, to the website, to people can learn and people can understand it. I hope this is help people to understand this. If you have any questions, so go to my YouTube, watch it, and then you can make the comment. I will look at the comment and I will answer that specifically to your question. But you have to be subscribed, or otherwise I can't see you. Okay. All right. I think sounds good. Now you see all about sugar you need to know about it. For me, I give you inside out. Whatever it is you see in here, this is come from my knowledge, come from a lot of doctor knowledge, come from the industry knowledge about this is the food. Okay, and I hope you pay attention to whatever you see in the video, and if you can keep it, you understand it, it's more power to you. I give it to you at education. Okay, it is everything is up to you what you do with it, or you want to learn at it. You have a question, you can just make the comment. Okay, and if you went to this video, please help me with subscribe, so then I will gain some power of the financials a little bit, to where I can have money to buy the ingredient. So because the ingredient, a dish that I'm going to do in the next cooking, diabetic cooking. So I don't want to put too much money in my expense, because we're going to go a lot of dishes to make sure that cover the most famous, important of the Thai cooking. So you will do a lot of, you will learn, guarantee you will learn a fundamental thing in Thai cooking, which is, you have to do soup, stir fry, curry, and salad, because everything is going to be there, and then we're going to pick the thing that were Bangkok food, or northern part, the famous northern part, famous southern part. Because we do Bangkok food, we take everything from every part of Thailand and convert to where we change the ingredient, change the taste, what the sequential, how to maintain the ingredient to where you don't overcook, you're not undercook. You add a lot more in diabetic cooking, because you have to be aware of the toxin, you have to be aware of the overcook your food, you still have to tone it down. You cannot have a full blown flavor and texture, but it still have half it mild, not mild. No, it's just a little bit less than full blown, because it's a full blown you got really spicy, really buttery, the other kind. Because in classical Thai cooking, especially Bangkok food that I do, is different, and it have to be tasty and powerful, and then it's memorable because it have to be simultaneous effect. You have to have the lingering after you eat 30 minutes still stay in your throat, and you don't want a bad bite. Okay, especially diabetic cooking because I can say this is another new technique that I don't know that anybody can invent, but for the Thai cooking nobody did it yet. So they will do all that, but they have to go in. I hope if somebody pick it up and going down further than me to explain in the medical side. So for me, my medical side, it pretty much it from the doctor that I do on YouTube. You see the list, one of my big list, introduction list. You see all the doctor that I follow and who is my guru, all those type of things. So they are up to date and they are current, and then you learn that thing from them. If you go to the cooking side, I am the master. I am the king, so I know how to do that. I know how to cook when I was 9. I do all kind of things of cooking. I did competition, I did this, I did that. I do large catering, so I know how to deal with the food pretty well. And now you talk about flavor, texture, and all of things that I managed to put together to teach people how to do them. So when I teach my class at Santa Rosa Junior College, it's special instructor, I got all these students. So I teach for almost 15 years, on and off, on and off. So I have something new, something good. So I put the class in there and then teach people. But this diabetic going to be in there too, I think, if their policy doesn't change, because I am the instructor that independent that I do that by contract. But if we be there, it's going to be long because it's going to be accumulated by the once a week, that kind of thing, learn this, learn that. Because the lecture I can do all at once, like a lot of people in there and keep a presentation on that. And you can talk to me about, discuss it. So why I see it that way, how do I do it that way, and anything about Thai cooking. So you can ask me. Okay. Thank you for watching. This is Chef Pan. Have the wonderful, wonderful day. All right. Don't forget to subscribe. And going to be the next video coming up for the educations. So this is going to get is a little bit more involved cooking and all kind of thing there that you learn it just for the lifetime education for yourself or your family. And then I will help you with cooking class to where I can see what you do, I can critique, I can mingle with you if you around my area, so we can set up a class at your place or my place or school or somewhere. That's what I've been doing, a lot of private class and then a public class. So let's see how it goes. Okay. Thank you for watching. Nice to talk, nice to share information with you. This is Japan. Bye.